The Blue Stranger in the Marketplace. The marketplace of Ellerin was alive with its usual chaos. Merchants shouting prices, children weaving between stalls, the scent of spiced meats and sizzling oils wafting through the dusty air. It was the heart of the desert city, a place where everyone came sooner or later. Nobles in veils, thieves with quick hands, farmers carrying baskets of grain, even the occasional foreigner with wide eyes. But that day, something unusual cut through the familiar rhythm. A ripple passed through the crowd as heads turned, voices dropped, and the tide of people shifted around a figure striding slowly down the main lane. The stranger's skin was blue, not the pale tint of cold flesh or the bruised hue of someone beaten, but a deep, luminous cobalt that caught the sunlight. His clothes were ragged, a patchwork of fabrics not belonging to any region the merchants recognized. He was tall, broad-shouldered, and walked with a deliberate calm that seemed almost unnatural amidst the bustle. Children stopped chasing each other to stare. Shopkeepers clutched their coin purses tighter. The city guards at the edge of the bazaar whispered into each other's ears, but did not yet move. Lena, standing behind her father's spice stall, found her breath catching. She had never seen skin like that, not even among the traders from the southern isles or the northern tundras. And his eyes, silver sharp, as if they reflected not the sunlight but something behind it. Her father muttered under his breath, "Trouble. That's what he is. Keep your head down, girl." But Lena couldn't look away. The stranger paused near the fountain at the market center. He leaned over, cupping water into his hands, drinking as if he hadn't tasted anything in days. When he straightened, a hush spread, for he spoke, not in the guttural trade tongue, not in the lilting dialect of the caravanners, but in a slow, resonant voice that vibrated in the air. Food, shelter. The words were broken, accented, but understandable. No one answered. The silence of suspicion thickened. Ellerin had been raided too many times by nomadic clans, cheated too often by wandering tricksters. A man with blue skin? He was no traitor. He was a threat. The city guard began to move forward, and then Lena surprised even herself. She stepped out from behind her stall, clutching a pouch of dried dates. "Here." Her voice was steadier than she expected. She held the fruit out in her open palm. The silver eyes flicked to her. The man approached with slow grace, every step deliberate. He stopped just close enough for her to see the fine cracks along his skin, as though it were stone weathered by wind. He took the dates, nodded once, and ate them with startling hunger. A murmur went through the crowd. Her father hissed, "Lena, get back here," but the guards had arrived. "Identify yourself," barked the captain, sword at his hip. "What tribe do you belong to? What business do you have in Ellerin?" The blue man tilted his head, as if trying to sift meaning from words. He managed only, "No tribe. I seek," he struggled, then simply tapped his chest. "Chiron." "Your name?" the captain demanded. The man nodded once. "Chiron." The guards conferred. Lena could hear snippets. "Spy, creature, execution if." Her stomach twisted. He wasn't a spy. He was lost, hungry, wounded. Anyone could see that if they wanted to. Before she could think better of it, Lena spoke. "He's no threat. He asked for food and shelter. That's all." The captain shot her a glare. "Stay out of this, girl. Not your concern." But Karen's eyes remained fixed on her, as if she alone were a bridge between him and the hostile world. She felt her heart pound. "Please," Lena whispered, though whether to the guards or to herself she wasn't sure. That night, the city decided. They would not kill Chiron, yet, but he would be chained outside the guard post, questioned, watched, treated as an animal until his purpose was revealed. Lena lay awake long after the marketplace had gone quiet. Her father scolded her endlessly, warning her never to meddle with strangers. But her mind replayed the image of Karen's cracked skin, his silver eyes, the way he had bowed his head when she offered food. Before dawn, she crept out. The guards at the post had grown drowsy at their watch, and it was easy to slip past the shadows. Chiron sat slumped, bound by heavy iron at wrists and ankles. Yet his gaze lifted when she appeared. "You come," he murmured, voice hoarse. "Yes." She held out another bundle of food she had stolen from her father's stores. He ate slowly this time, watching her with something like wonder. "Why help?" he asked, words halting but clearer. Lena hesitated. "Because you don't deserve chains. You're not dangerous, are you?" A flicker of expression crossed his alien face. "Danger follows me, not I." Over the next week, she visited whenever she could. She taught him words: water, sky, friend. He learned quickly, repeating them with strained precision. He told her fragments. He came from across the stars, though she thought at first it was a metaphor. His people had been destroyed. He was the last. Sometimes, when the moonlight touched him, the cracks in his skin seemed to glow faintly, as if veins of light pulsed beneath. One evening, Lena asked softly, "Why come here?" "To Ellerin." Chiron looked at the sky. "Needed, safe place. But danger follows. Soon." The words chilled her. Danger came sooner than anyone expected. 3 nights later, fire lit the horizon. A raiding clan, armored in bone and steel, descended on the city. Screams tore the air as arrows rained, merchants fled, and the gates buckled under the assault. Lena and her father huddled in their home as chaos spread. She heard the guards shouting, steel clashing, and then something else. A roar not of man or beast, but of energy like the crack of thunder. She ran to the street. There, in the midst of battle, chains broken, stood Chiron, light pulsing the cracks in his body, surging outward in arcs that struck down raiders like bolts of lightning. His silver eyes burned like twin stars. The people of Ellerin, once fearful, now watched in awe as he fought not them, but for them. When the last raider fled into the desert night, silence fell heavy. Smoke curled above the city walls. Corpses littered the sand. And in the center of it all stood the blue stranger, swaying as though the energy had drained him near death. Lena rushed forward, catching his arm before he could fall. "You saved us," she whispered. Chiron looked at her, weary but resolute. "No, you saved me. First." In the days that followed, the city's fear softened into reverence. The guards unchained him. The merchants offered food. Even the council bowed their heads in gratitude. Yet Chiron did not seek power or reward. He asked only one thing, that Lena remain his friend, his voice in a world still alien to him. Her father resisted at first, but even he could not deny that the stranger had saved their lives. And so, Lena walked with Chiron through the same market where he had first arrived, no longer alone, no longer chained, but still carrying the weight of exile in his silver gaze. The marketplace had once whispered trouble at his arrival. Now, they whispered another word, one Lena believed with all her heart: protector. And as the desert sun set, painting the sky in streaks of red and gold, Lena knew the story of the blue stranger in the marketplace had only just begun.